What about insurance? Is insurance something that we're only using for folks like yourselves who have 4 young kids and want to make sure that we can cover the family? Or is insurance also a tool that we can use for later in our estate planning and maybe even our own retirement planning?
Yeah, so I think you're talking about life insurance specifically here. So life insurance is that, right? I need life insurance for mortgage protection, for income replacement, to provide extra sort of buffer saving safety net for my wife and my kids if I were to pass away early. And that's what everybody thinks about the original use of insurance for. But it can be for estate planning purposes. We recently had a client come in that was a very high net worth client, and they're going to run into an estate tax problem. And their kids are going to inherit a lot of money, and they're going to need to pay estate taxes on it. Well, do you want to set it up where they have to sell off everything in order to pay taxes? They didn't want that. They didn't want to have to sell off properties to pay taxes. So we're actually using an irrevocable life insurance trust, which is going to provide the tax payments on their estate. And again, this is tax-free, and it actually sits outside their estate. So a technical tool, to use, more of a very specific tool for a specific reason. But again, we need access to those tools in order to use them in the right places.
Yeah, and the thing is the way that thing sounds, that's no screwdriver,
no.
That's no hammer, that's a table saw. This starts to get really, really complicated.
And some of them you want professionals to help with. And I am not the most mechanical person in the world. So I don't even change my own oil. So if I need my oil changed, right, I'm going to go to the place and get my oil changed. If I need my brakes, some of you out there will do your own brakes. I've never done my own brakes, right? That's just not where I live. That's not who I am. I'm not a mechanical person when it comes to that. So, but I don't feel, out of place just walking into a place and asking for help. But that sometimes is the case with financial planning, is people, because I think they don't understand how our conversations are going to go and what we offer. So there's discomfort in just taking that first step to walk in and meet with us because they don't feel like they know the questions to ask. They don't want to come across as uninformed or, like they don't know what they're doing. And that's okay, because I don't know what questions to ask other than I don't feel like I'm stopping in time, so I need my brakes fixed. Can you do that? I don't know. I've heard the term rotors, but I don't really know what it means. So don't feel ashamed or afraid if you don't know. You don't need to know everything to come in and sit with us to walk through your plan. We are the professionals, right? We're the mechanics that can take apart your car and put it back together in the right working order so you're driving straight down the road, give you that alignment, right? There's another one. I'm not really sure exactly how they do it, but I know that it helps my car drive straight. So you don't need to know everything out there to know that you need a little bit of help, and maybe a professional can help you do that.
And there are just so many different kinds of tools out there, and we're glad to educate you on knowing how they work, but more so, come on in and just say, well, this is the sound I think my retirement car is making. I don't know if I've got enough. You don't have to know exactly how the tools work. We're glad to explain it all to you. But more so, you say, this is what we want to do. Then someone like Billy Voiles will help you figure out exactly what tools that you need, right?
Yeah, and you might be going through the situation right now. We'll stick on the cars, right? You might be going through the situation right now where there's something going on with your car. There's a knock, there's something off, and you've done it before, and then you finally get around that one day to take it into the dealer or the mechanic, and then they fix it. And after you get your car back, there's a sense of relief that you don't have this overwhelming worry that's sort of in the back of your head, like, am I going to break down? Am I going to make it to the next destination? You might be experiencing that same thing with your retirement right now, and you might not be in exactly the right place, and something's a little bit off, and you need to take it in and get it looked at so you can figure out, what the plan is going forward. And that's exactly what we can do for you. And we have a very open and honest conversation in that first meeting. We sit down, we get to know you. Then we'll look under the hood, right? We'll look under the hood at the portfolio, at your various income opportunities, whether it's Social Security or pension. And then we'll look at your investments to make sure it's all working together, right? And we'll also make sure you have gas in your car. And that gas is the income. You're going to need a steady flow of gas or a steady flow of income that lasts the rest of your life, because that's what you're going to need to spend your money.